Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on a video. Welcome back to the channel where last time we were here, we started a small fishing town, but this fishing town has definitely grown in recent years, and it has a casino, it has some high density, but I think it's the start of something real good. And in today's episode, we're going to be continuing that kind of build out in the same area, but we're going to be building a bit more of the suburban aspects to it and the cargo links. So let's hop out and take a look at what we did last episode. So here we are in Barbersville, and I think this town is really cool. We have a bit of like a little cove here with the marina and the casino and their hotel. We also have some high density along the shore where the fishing vessels are in the more industrialized area of the city. We also have some newer offices in the area with the housing through here. We also have a fish market, which I really like. And we also have a retirement home right here beside the metro. In today's episode, we're going to be looking more in this area here, expanding out in this kind of zone in general. We're going to have some cargo links and, like I mentioned, and a few fun things, particularly in this area. So I think we're going to start off with the cargo links. Those are really important. Now we are in the middle of a bit of a train kind of intersection here. So I'm thinking of actually getting two junctions. So we're going to have one right here for a cargo link for kind of the town and the fish in particular, and maybe importing goods for this kind of area. But then we're going to have another one over here, which is going to be supportive of most things on this side. I think we can probably get a connection so that we can make sure that stuff from this station can go that way and stuff from this station can go that way. But I think we're in a good position here. So let's clear out the trees. I think that's going to be a good kind of start. And while I'm doing this, let me know if you notice anything different. I've changed my recording situation, and I wanted to see if it was noticeable on your end. So let's delete all these downed trees. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. So let's use move it. And I think they're props. So let's just do this and delete. There we go. We got rid of all of those. So we have this main street here, which connects up to this major intersection, which is it doing okay? It is doing okay. That is good. That is the main intersection that goes to the town of Hope. So I want to make sure that is going well. So I think we're going to need to upgrade this road entirely. Now we do have a bit of a cool intersection right here. I'm thinking of getting the cargo connection point somewhere over on this side to create a bit of separation here. But maybe we could get a connection right over here or something like that. Or maybe on this part of the road, just to kind of give a bit of separation around this awkward intersection. Last episode I made it so that it looked like this road normally went right into the town, but they've bypassed it due to congestion and stuff like that to get to this main road here, which goes to this major intersection, which goes to the downtown, to the first town that we have. So yeah, before we get going any further, I noticed that there's a few little icons I got to deal with. All right, so we're probably going to have to upgrade this into a 4-lane road going through here. So this whole road's probably going to need to get changed up. So let's start with that. Should we widen the road to 4 units instead of 2? That's a good question. I think we're going to. It's probably a good solution for the long run of things. But maybe what we do is we run one of these 4-lane roads. Although we do have a 4-lane highway, I don't really see us building on this road. Maybe a 4-lane highway could be cool. All right, so now that we've upgraded this road, I think we need to plan out the cargo link itself. Now, I did have an idea that maybe we could swing it down into here, but I don't know. I think the train's a bit of an issue in that region. Yeah, I think it's probably just best that we keep it in this kind of zone, particularly probably in this kind of area. It's the most flat part of the region, but I'm sure we can level this out a little bit better than we did over there. So let's grab our first cargo station and let's place it down. So here we go. We got trains, and here's the cargo station. really simple. I'm just going to plop it down right here, pause the game, grab it with move it, and slide it into a position that I want. Now I'm thinking, do we need a ton of extra tracks on this station? I don't know. This is going to be like the main station for the town, right? So maybe this one should have multiple tracks supporting it, but maybe over here on this one we don't. We'll see. But I think if we just kind of slide it, maybe we don't really have a ton of space. No, I think that's probably enough to curve into here. Okay, all right. Let's do this, and then what we'll do is we'll draw a track in, and we'll draw a couple support lines. All right, so we have the train yard in place. That's awesome. It's a bit of tearing here, but that's okay. I think this looks great. All right, so we need to now connect it up, and I think I said that we were going to maybe think about getting that cargo road connection right about here in the intersection, or on the road here, and then we can kind of just curve it in, and we can just do a simple loop. Although there's a lot of space through here, so maybe we can figure something out with that. Although I don't mind having, this whole area be just for the cargo, but maybe we could do something else. I think last episode I mentioned maybe like a distribution center kind of thing. So let's figure out that road. And I think, like, honestly, if we just kind of use like an industrial road, this one maybe, and then we just kind of grab it right about here. That's a good node, although I don't mind it on the curve here. Let's go right about here. There's a node in between these two areas. I think this is probably a good bet. We'll come out about 6 units there. That's pretty good. And then I think we're probably actually going to end up having to upgrade this section, or re-upgrade, I guess. But that's all good, just like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Let's just clean things up and get that road going. All right, so we have the beginnings of our train yard here. And we have our train yard, we have a bunch of warehouses, garbage, bit of industry pockets in there in case there's some demand that needs to be met. Yeah, tons of stuff. I think we have plastics in this one, commercial zone goods in this one, fish in this one. I know it's open air, which is a little risky for fish, but I think I just need the trucks to move some goods around. That's all it's there for. And then these two are open for other things if we need. What else do we need to do? Well, we need to do that distribution center, and the reason why we need to do that is because we have a ton of mail moving around, and it was clogging up one of our ports. So I'm thinking kind of get this right in here. I think this is a pretty good area for it, and then we can kind of leave the rest of it as nature, really. But let's start with our industry road, because that's where we're kind of going with, and then I think what we'll do is we'll kind of go out in this direction a little bit. I think we're going to need some parking for it, and try and get it at a good angle here. So let's maybe just place down the building first, and then we can figure out what to do with it. All right, yeah, it's looking pretty good here. Things are going well. We got a little post office over here. We got the distribution center. We have all the parking for the, the people who work here. And it's backing up, that's for sure. But that's to be expected when we just place one down, and we're going to create a secondary support one. But we have more to do. Tons more to do, in fact. So the next thing I want to do is that seafood factory. I think this is a really cool building. It's new-ish, and I think that we could totally get that in somewhere over here. So let's plop it down, and then we can kind of move things around. So the seafood unique factory. We need unique factories because we are losing just a little bit of money, which obviously is not good. But that's probably because we just placed down the casino, which costs $4,000 a week. So I'm thinking the seafood factory would be really cool right up here. It's probably like a main employer of the region. But I think we're going to need to use this intersection here to bring a road down. So we'll see how that affects everything we've already just done. So let's start off. I'm sure we could actually go with just a smaller road. I'm not sure how much building we're going to be doing down in here. But maybe we just go for it right now and we grab a full-size road. Let's go with this one because I like it. And then we'll just go straight off of here, make sure that we have our guidelines on so that we're perfectly aligned. And we'll go 8 units in to start. That's pretty good. And then I think what we're going to do is kind of split it off into multiple directions. But if we get anything down here, it's a pretty good slope. I think maybe what we can do is then change the road type to this one. Bring it right down into here. That's pretty cool. And then from that point, that intersection, we can bring this road right across. Actually, I think we might need to bring this one down a bit further. So we'll just hold Alt while I'm doing this with Move It, and it's freaking everything out. Undo, and maybe let's just redo everything. All right, so we have the beginnings of kind of like the secondary aspect to this town. I've also brought in a road all the way into here so that we have a bit of a bypass for any traffic going directly to this town. So before we get going on anything else with this, let's run a bit of a transit audit. I'm curious to see how this is going to play. So we have currently a bus that goes from Hope into the metro, but I'm thinking if we run this instead into here, that would be really useful. So I think maybe we just get one kind of stop into this zone on both sides. It kind of does a bit of a dipsy doodle, so maybe we bring it onto this road instead because I don't like the dipsy doodles. And then we go all the way through here. I don't think we need that stop. Okay, we do because I don't want it to dipsy doodle. So I think we bring that one right there, and yeah, we're pretty good. I like that a lot, and I don't necessarily think we need another bus, but I think maybe if we just bring in this bus line right down into here, we can do something similar, just to get that extra, those extra stops in through here. And I think if I want this bus to stay on the same kind of route, we're going to need to do something like that. I think that's okay to do. All right, now that we have that in place, I think it's time to zone it up. And I think, honestly, just residential, touch of commercial and industry. I don't even think we're going to get like a school out this way. This is just kind of like a bit of an extension of this town. And it almost lines up. I realized after I kind of built everything that I should probably line it up. But then if we were to line up these roads, then this wouldn't be able to fit there. And that's one of the key features of this town. So let's utilize all the residential demand we have and just kind of zone it up. We'll kind of include this in the same kind of styles that we have over here. And then, yeah, we'll just get some nice low density residential. All right, so we just have this small little extension of Barbersville, and I think this is going to play really well. So that was Cargo Station 1 and a factory, and yeah, I think all in all, I think extending it out just that little bit more really, really looks good. So what is next? Well, I said I was going to do another cargo station. I think this one's going to be really quick and simple, but I think we're going to need to extend this road to kind of be, oh, there's trees on the road. I think we're going to need to extend this road out into a larger grade like we have right here and bring it right out to that connection point. And then I think maybe we look at upgrading some of these roads, and then we'll get a cargo station right in here, and then we'll talk about something else. All right, so we have another cargo station right here, just really, really simple, small. I'm storing commercial goods and fish over here. We also have a recycling plant just to help out. And I think this extra connection here too will be really, really useful. So I'm hoping that this just adds a bit of support in the area. Looks like it is being used, so hopefully that draws some attention away from this, from everything that doesn't need to go to the fish factory, for example, because we have, for the fish factory, plastics and fish. So we needed this large plastics warehouse for that, so it's going to draw a ton of traffic for it. But I'm hoping that with this station over here, any kind of cargo traffic coming from Kent or something like that, or even some from this part of Barbersville, gets diverted to here. But if not, that's okay. I mean, it's totally fine. It does seem like it's getting some use. Now, the next thing I wanted to do is talk about Barbersville Station. So we need to have a bit of a raison d'etre for this station, right? It is, you know, a good station to have in the suburbs, right? Like, it's fine. This is a great area. We do have that whole thing where, you know, buses are coming into it. That's perfect. I don't know where this building came from. Let's delete it. So what is a reason why there could be a major station out this way? Well, sometimes there are major metro stations in the suburbs because there's a big mall next to it. Now, this was probably built not relatively recently, maybe in the era of the shopping mall. So I think we could get a really cool shopping mall in this area, and then we can fill in the rest of this zone with residential. So let's take a look at those shopping malls. I think that would be a really cool feature to do. So I think it's a unique building, and we go to shopping malls right here. We have a ton of them. We have just like medium grocery stores, large grocery stores, the open air mall, which I think we've used these ones. Both of them, perhaps. Department store, oh cool, I like that. And traditional department store, oh these are really large. A shopping plaza, ooh, that would have been really good right in here. But I think it's a little bit too big. But in particular, the Mall of Marvels. We haven't used this yet, so why not? Let's use it. We are making a bit more money now, as you can see. So I'm comfortable spending really not that much. Oh my gosh, to do this. So let's plop it down and take a look at what the building is asking from us. So I think this side of things is kind of the more, you know, front entrance, and this is kind of the back entrance. So I guess it really depends on if we want the Mall of Marvels to have the front entrance of its building facing the metro, or if we want it facing kind of like the parking lot. And I think I prefer if this was facing the metro, because I think that's a really good and unique system. But then on the back side of it, I mean, that's still a good entrance to the area, and that's, you know, more for the parking lot aspect to the building. So what else is on the building? Well, we have a cool entrance right here. Okay. A shipping and receiving center right in there. Okay. Oh, actually, it doesn't look like it. I think it's just storage containers. Okay, that's interesting. And a bit of a dump over there for the garbage. Nothing on this side. And then, okay, interesting. Let's make sure that we do this right. And I think what we could do is utilize this node right here to kind of line up with this node right there. So if we just kind of slide it down, maybe we say get to this height even, and I think we could probably slope everything else. Yeah, let's do a bit of terrain work on this. I don't mind it actually being a bit more elevated though. All right, so we have the beginnings of the mall area now, and I really like it. I think we have some unique different parking lots. We have this kind of large area for parking, multiple entrances into the area as well. Yeah, I think this is good. Probably more parking would be realistic. So I think we're gonna add to that. And then probably detail up the edges here really quickly with maybe some shopping stuff too. Why not? maybe a couple condos because we are right beside the metro. I think that would make sense. All right, so we have some condos in here now with some of the other restaurants that we got going on. And we have a ton of parking over here with a fountain. I feel like fountains should be in a mall. We also have a cool pond, a little area over here as well. But we do have this big blank space. And I think we got to find something to do there. And why not go back into the shopping malls? Because we have this like traditional department store, like that's pretty cool, contemporary department store. I feel like these kind of things would totally be in this kind of area. I don't really want to go with the open air malls. Large grocery store too. Whoa, that says true to its name. That is a large grocery store. Medium grocery store. Let's see, maybe that one's a bit better. Yeah, maybe we go with like a medium grocery store. Why not? This is a pretty cool building. Wonder if we can get it on this angle here. All right, so I think we're gonna go with the contemporary department store because I don't know, the grocery store just wasn't really vibing right there. So why don't we place this down right here? And oh, okay, there's a bit of an issue here with Hamilton's. And then there's a need for a road at the back side of this building. Okay, I think we can totally move this over into this area. Let's make sure it's at the same height as the mall itself. Let's see, what's going on this side? There is a door there, okay. And all right, I think maybe if we just scooch things over, I might be forcing this a little bit more than I want to. So if we end up needing to pull that back, that's okay. That's pretty good. I don't know how we're gonna get a road back here though. All right, scrap this, and one more time, one more try, and we'll go with the traditional department store. This one also needs a road at the back side of it. And if we were to put it on a side street, how would that look? All right, so we're gonna scrap that plan. It didn't really fit, but I think we could get a few more buildings in here. I think that would be really useful for the city because we have so much residential demand. Like, honestly, it's pretty wild how much we have. So I'm thinking if we just bring this one down into a pedestrian connection like that, is that too close? Yeah, that's probably too close. Okay, we'll pull this back and then we'll get a manual pedestrian connection in. Let's say get to this height and maybe a little bit lower actually. That's a little steep. But if we just get a simple pedestrian connection in right from here, I think that should be good. But yeah, we really need to get some condos going because the next kind of things I want to do involve more factories and stuff like that. So it would be nice if we could get some condos going to fill that gap here. So I think I don't mind having a large condo right through here. We could actually have two. Hopefully that splits up nicely. Then let's remove zoning on, oh, no, we can't. Okay, that's all right. Let's just redo this connection to get some cleaner grid lines. All right, folks, so here we have it. We have our mall, we have our extension of Barbersville, and I think this is going to set ourselves up nicely for future suburban expansion. We've also detailed up the river here finally. I think this is pretty good. I'm sure we could add in a bit more over here, but yeah, just a bit to make it look a little marshy. I think that's kind of the idea here. But we have some condos surrounding the mall right beside the transit hub. That's definitely newer development, but I think this is going really well. I might need to check up on the transit now that we have all of this mall here. I'm sure that's drawing a lot of attention. But we've set ourselves up really nicely for the suburbs out this way. Tons of transit options through here. We got a cargo network in through here. It looks like it's getting some traffic from this direction, which is really, really good to see. And then we have this really busy cargo network beside our Barbersville extension. So with that, folks, I think we're going to end today's episode on a screenshot. Let's get a screenshot where the sun is in play here. And let's go with that. And actually, let's do another top-down view like that. That's pretty good. Anyway, so I hope you had a wonderful day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.